Thank you for allowing me to see myself the way you see me. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Right, this is the first of a few episodes where I'm gonna be sharing with you several family favorites. We are vegetarians, and vegetarianism is something that it is getting back to the way God wanted us to live. So why not get started now? This recipe is called cream of asparagus soup. It's packed full of loads of vitamins, loads of minerals, and it tastes really good. So let's get started. Right, here we have the asparagus. We need to make sure that they're fresh and they're in season, and you get the best quality that you can possibly buy. Right, here we have 1 stalk of asparagus. What you need to do is snap. Can you get a close up? What you need to do is just snap off the ends, because this is really tough, really chewy and tough, too hard to eat. So you snap it off, and we'll throw that away in a minute. Then what you do is you cut this up into 3. 1, 2. You separate them, and you put this. We save the tips because we're going to use that as a garnish later. Now, let's move on. We're going to wash these in a minute. Now let's move on. Right, so here we have all the seasonings, which I cut up earlier into small little cubes. We've added a teaspoon of olive oil to the frying pan, and we're just going to let them saute. I'm going to add a bit more of the seasoning in. The smell is just amazing. Oh, so amazing. Now let's move on. Right, my carrots and my potato, I'm now going to add to the mixture here that we have with our seasoning. Because what you really want to do is wait till all the seasoning has blended together, and all those spices and the aromatic smells have, come out. Then what we want to do is want to add the carrot and the potato in to kind of absorb all that goodness, all that spice. Because that's really going to seal in that flavor and give it that punch. Anyway, this is the way that my family really likes it. So let's move on. So the next step is to add your spices. Here I have some vegetable stock. This one's just from Tesco's, but you can get them from any health food store or any local supermarkets. So I've got 1 cube here. I'm going to add that to the pot. To the frying pan, sorry, and just crumble it over the vegetables, and just stir it up. Here I have some sea salt. I don't really measure it, but I would estimate it to be about maybe a teaspoon of salt. Here I have some garlic, and I just grind that over. Again, another teaspoon of that. Teaspoon of tarragon. A little shake of basil. This one is dried, but you can get them fresh from your local grocery store as well. And a dash of black pepper. And all of the vegetable stock cube. And we're just going to stir that up. And this is some everyday seasoning that I use. Again, just another teaspoon to give it some flavor. Stir it up, stir it up. Oh, you're not gonna believe how good this really smells. You can smell the garlic and the celery and the onions and the shallots. They really smell good. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the asparagus into the frying pan, and we're going to stir that up as well. Obviously, I've washed them beforehand. So let's move on. Right, so we're just going to keep on stirring up these lovely vegetables. Make sure they don't burn. I'm going to add the tips to the pot of boiling water here. What we're going to do, we're going to let that boil for 5 or 10 minutes. And then after that we're going to blanch, what we call blanching. So here I have some cold water, and to make sure that it's extra cold, I've taken some water from the fridge, and then I've also added 2 cubes of ice to make sure that it's really, really cold, so that when I take out the tips of asparagus and I drop them in here, it will seal the coloring, and so it will still retain that bright green color and all of its nutrients. Yeah? So let's move on.
Allowing me to see myself the way you see me. Thank you.